Once upon a time, my dears, there were two folks in a charming little village. One was Harry, a jolly and foolish fellow, and the other was Arthur, a sharp and intelligent young man. Now, let me tell you about their delightful encounters that had the whole village giggling. One sunny morning, as the birds were chirping and the sun was shining, Harry was seen parading through the village square with a big old ladder on his shoulder. Oh, he always had a mischievous twinkle in his eye, that one. Well, he spotted Arthur, sitting under a tree, with his nose stuck in a book. Harry couldn't resist showing off, so he called out to Arthur, "Hey there, Arthur. Guess what I found in my backyard yesterday? A talking parrot." Arthur looked up from his book, amused but also a tad skeptical. "A talking parrot, you say? Are you sure it wasn't just repeating what you said, Harry?" Harry, puffing up with pride, replied, "Nonsense, Arthur. This parrot is one smart cookie. It even gave me some fancy financial advice." Now, my dears, you can imagine how Arthur must have tried hard not to burst into laughter at that moment. But being the polite young man he was, he simply raised an eyebrow and asked, "Financial advice, you say? And what did this clever parrot tell you?" Harry, not one to hold back, beamed and said, "It told me to put all my money into a new business idea, making watermelons taste like strawberries. I'll be a millionaire, mark my words." Oh, how the villagers chuckled at Harry's wild ideas. But that didn't stop him, no sir. He went ahead and invested all his savings into this watermelon strawberry venture. Meanwhile, Arthur, as clever as a fox, continued to read books and have thoughtful conversations with the villagers. He knew the value of wisdom, my dears, and he believed in making well-informed decisions. Days passed, and one afternoon, Harry came running into the village pub, looking like he'd seen a ghost. "Arthur, help me, please. The watermelon strawberry business is going down the drain. What do I do now?" Calm as a cucumber, Arthur put down his glass of lemonade and said, "Well, Harry, sometimes we learn best from our mistakes. Next time, maybe you should seek advice from someone who knows about investments. You know, ideas, sometimes we just have to accept that we don't know it all, and there's no shame in seeking guidance from wiser folks." Harry nodded sheepishly. "You mean like you, Arthur?" "Exactly," replied Arthur, with a hint of a smile. "I believe in making decisions based on knowledge and careful thought." "Oh, all right then. What should I do now?" Harry asked with a hopeful glimmer in his eyes. With a twinkle in his own eye, Arthur said, "You could try selling those watermelons as they are, but be honest with the folks about what they are getting. Honesty is always the best policy." Harry followed Arthur's advice, and lo and behold, the village ended up with more watermelons than they knew what to do with, but they all laughed heartily and enjoyed them just the same. And my dears, let me tell you about another encounter they had. One day, while Harry was walking in the forest, he came across a big wild bear. "Oh dear, what do I do now? What do I do now?" Harry panicked. And like a guardian angel, Arthur appeared out of nowhere. "Calm down, Harry. Stand still and the bear might leave you alone," advised Arthur, as cool as a cucumber. "But I read somewhere that bears chase you if you run," Harry exclaimed. "Oh, Harry, my boy," said Arthur, "I've studied animals and their behavior. Trust me, stand still." To everyone's astonishment, the bear sniffed Harry for a moment, seemed to lose interest, and wandered away, leaving Harry unharmed. "You truly are a wizard, Arthur. How do you know so much?" Harry marveled. With a smile, Arthur said, "It's all about learning and observing, my friend. Knowledge is a powerful thing." From that day on, Harry looked up to Arthur and followed his advice. They became quite the pair, my dears. Harry's foolish laughter mixing with Arthur's wise words, and together they created a blend of mirth and wisdom that the village will never forget. And so, my dears, that's the tale of the Foolish Fiasco and the Witty Wizard, reminding us that laughter and wisdom are both gifts worth cherishing in this wonderful journey of life.